Toyota has absolutely smashed it out of the park with the 2026 Toyota RAV4, but in many of my videos where I talk about this new redesigned Toyota RAV4, I've seen countless comments about possible concerns over what viewers and customers may not agree with on this all-new redesign, and I'm going to talk about 3 of those things just ahead in this video. Toyota dropped the all-new 26 RAV4 just about a month ago, a little bit over a month ago, so the internet and the world has had enough time to kind of decide what they absolutely love about the new Gen RAV4 and what they kind of have to get used to or need to adjust to. And I'm going to start off with the first topic. When transitioning from 25 RAV4 to 26 RAV4, there's one big criteria that we have to say goodbye to. And that is the fact that you can no longer get a combustion-only 2026 Toyota RAV4. If you want a RAV4 now in the future and going forward, you're going to have to get a electrified version of a Toyota RAV4. So it seems like going through a lot of the comments and remarks in comments on my videos and other creators' videos, it's a little bit unsettling to some viewers that there is no more gasoline-only Toyota RAV4. But keep in mind, guys, this seems to be the way of the future. Efficiency, low emissions, and granted, Toyota is giving up and putting out the absolute best of the best when it comes to the hybrid powertrain systems for 2025 RAV4 in both the HEV and the PHEV. So Toyota's putting the THS5, that is the latest hybrid powertrain system, in the 26 RAV4. It's currently on the Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid. It's also on the Toyota Camry Hybrid, and now it is on the Toyota RAV4. In terms of the plug-in hybrid powertrain, it's getting the 6th generation plug-in hybrid powertrain system, which is going to debut on the 2026 Toyota BZ and also now the 2026 Toyota RAV4. This plug-in hybrid powertrain system is much more capable, much more efficient. It has a 10 to 80% approximate charging time of around 30 minutes. You can use DC fast charging, and it comes with a whopping 320 horsepower, which should help to make you forget about that combustion-only powertrain system that you can get now on the 25 RAV4. Let's move over to number 2. Well, there's a very unfamiliar toggle-style gear shifter that is going to be coming standard on the 26 Toyota RAV4, which I've been seeing a lot of comments on and questions on pertaining to this redesign. And currently, this style gear shifter is offered on some model Toyota vehicles, like for example, the Toyota Crown Sedan has a similar gear shifter. The Toyota Crown Signia also has a similar type of toggle style gear shifter, and this is due to Toyota's drive-by-wire gear shifter or transmission, and it has to do with making the interior space much more compact and freeing up plenty of space in the interior center console for other things like storage or glove compartments or storage compartments or larger cup holders as well. Having this drive-by-wire gear system in the interior of your Toyota vehicle eliminates the need for mechanical linkages, which helps to make a much more compact design, as you can see it on this interior. Now, if you are in the market for a Toyota RAV4 2026, but you do not like or you feel like you cannot get used to this type of gear selector or gear shifter, you have other options. The Toyota RAV4 LE, XLE, Limited, XLE Premium will have this type of small toggle style gear shifter, which is the drive-by-wire system. However, if you're going for models like the S grades or the sport grades, for example, the SE, the XSE or XSE Premium or XSE Tech, I should say, These models will have the more traditional, larger gear shifter that you see similarly on the current generation Toyota RAV4. One more quick thing to add before we move on. We haven't really received specific specifications and grading structures for the 26 RAV4. It's still a little bit too early. And what I mean by that is configurations. What exact colors can you get with what interiors, basically, and on what trims? It looks like for the most part, the interiors are going to be black. In terms of selection, it doesn't look like there will be much. I know previously we were able to get certain models with a beige interior. We never really were able to get any RAV4 with a red interior. That's more the Highlander grades in that. It would be cool to get a red interior on the sport grades, whether it's the XSE Tech or the GR. Let me know what kind of color interiors you're after for the 26 Toyota RAV4. But currently, they've been showing us and debuting to us mainly the black trimmed Softex or leather interiors. Let's move on. Now, earlier on in this video, I mentioned that there were 3 particular items that you may not agree with regards to the changes that happened from 25 to 26 Toyota RAV4, this all new gen. But really, there's 3.5 or 4, you could say 4, that I want to talk about and pinpoint because I've been seeing so much of this topic in my comments and in other comments of other creators as well. But let's get back to what I believe the number 3 aspect here is, and that is the styling and the design choice that Toyota made. So initially, when we started to hear rumors and speculations of a new Gen RAV4, which was sometime in the 2024 year, it was thought out that Toyota wouldn't really drastically change much of the exterior, and they would do more of like a soft refresh, kind of like what they did from 24 model Camry to 25 model Camry, but they did exactly the opposite. They went so far advanced that they gave you 3 different looks and choices that you can get if you're going into a 26 RAV. For example, the core look, the rugged off-roader look, which is the Woodland, and then the sport grades, including a GR. So Toyota went really advanced. They really changed things up on us, both on the exterior and the interior. But that's not really the point. The point here that I'm trying to make is that every time there's a new redesign that comes out, until you see this redesign live and in person, and you give yourself some time to adjust, you may not always think all that positive about it. And this is normally the case for any redesign on any model of any manufacturer, really. There's certain models that look a certain way on paper or through a screen, but then when you see it in person, it gives you a totally different feel and approach to that redesign. This is no different. Overall, the comments and the results have spoken to the positive end of what the new Gen RAV4 looks like, but I've seen many customers and viewers say and post that it resembles the Nissan Rogue. I don't see that at all. Not in the front, not in the rear, perhaps the side profile a little bit, but I don't think it's anywhere close to a Nissan Rogue, guys. This is a very distinguished looking all-wheel drive electrified only vehicle coming to us for 2026 in the Toyota lineup. That's right, Toyota went with more of a sleek, aerodynamic feel, luxurious look when you're talking about this redesign for 2026. And I'm talking about all aspects, the core, the sport grading, and the rugged. Now the rugged, I do agree, I've seen comments before on my video that on my videos that the rugged kind of picked up some traits from the Land Cruiser. I do believe that, and I do see that, especially with the squared off, kind of tapered, sharp lines on the front fascia of the Woodland 2026 RAV4. But when you're looking at the core, this is where the improvement really happened. Currently, the 25 Toyota RAV4 got a mid-refresh in 2022, I believe, where Toyota updated the front headlamps to the low beam, high beam breakaway setup. And they also updated some aspects on the interior. They upgraded us to 5 USB ports and LED map lighting. Since 2022, the Toyota RAV4 has remained unchanged until now. And I see some drastic improvements with the way the design flows from 2025 to 2026, especially on the front end of those core models. Last but not least, Toyota really refined the selection of what you can choose from if you want a Toyota RAV4. Currently for 2025, there are 16 different variations of the current gen RAV4, from the non-hybrid to the hybrid to the plug-in hybrid. When you're looking at the 2026 redesign, you've got 9 different models spanning through the LE, XLE, XLE Premium, the Limited. Those are the core grades. Then you got the Woodland Edition. And then you've got the sport grades, being the SE, XSE, XSE Tech, and the GR Toyota RAV4. So 9 different models for the 2026, 16 models for 2025. Now, really, this doesn't concern me. This is inevitable. This is mainly due to the fact that Toyota dropped one powertrain. So we had 3 powertrains for 25. We've got 2 powertrains for 2026. So it goes without saying you're going to have less to choose from. But really, do you have less to choose from? Think about it, guys. You actually have, on a lot of models, especially in the US, you can get the model in a HEV or a PHEV. You've got 236 horsepower or 320 horsepower. And yeah, there's less to choose from, but really you've got 3 different looks. You don't have that now unless you go with maybe plug-in hybrid. Currently for 2025 looks a little bit different, kind of, if you know your Toyota RAV4 product. If you go with the Trail non-hybrid RAV4, that looks a little bit different, but it's really just the front fascia that changes for the most part in terms of the styling. But here you have 3 completely different looking Toyota RAV4s, which in my opinion, you've got more selection with 2026, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Now, I know I'm gonna get asked this question in the comments section, so I'll answer it right now before I wrap up this video. With regards to pricing, Toyota will not and is not going to release the pricing of the all-new Gen RAV4 until just before it's about to actually come out. This is what they stated in the press release. So if we're seeing or hoping to see the new Gen RAV land towards the end of this calendar year, which is what they've said, we'll probably see the pricing come out towards the last quarter of 2025. Now, another topic of what you might not agree with is the pricing perhaps, but we don't have the pricing yet, so it's hard to say. Yes, I do believe there will be a price increase from 25 to 26, but it is going to be heavily justified, I can assure you, because Toyota has massively increased the tech and the content that you get with these 2026 RAV4s when compared to 2025. And for the most part, generally, there's always some type of price increase amongst all the manufacturers from one calendar year to the next. But this one will have some massive changes for content, massive changes for standard equipment, features. You've got Toyota Safety Sense 4.0, the Arene software, larger screens, a better interior. So yes, do expect a price increase, guys. If you don't agree with the price increase, then hurry in to get yourself a 2025. You can still get the non-hybrid options, and depending on where you're located and where you're from, potentially a hybrid or a plug-in hybrid as well. All right, everyone, let me know in the comments below, what do you agree with? What don't you agree with? What are you having to readjust to in terms of deciding to get a 26 RAV4 or not, or going with a 25 or something different from the lineup? Let me know in the comments below, guys. We'll catch you on the next video. Take care.